What if I told you that one of the biggest stars in world tennis almost never made it to the top? Behind the Grand Slam trophies, behind the millions of fans, behind the worldwide fame, was a family willing to risk everything. A father who gave up his own career, a mother who sacrificed comfort for a dream, and a young girl who refused to believe the word impossible. Today, Coco Gauff is one of the biggest names in sports. But her journey wasn't built on talent alone. It was built on sacrifice, unbreakable belief, and years of relentless hard work that the cameras never showed. This is the incredible story behind Coco Gauff's rise to greatness. The story that changed American tennis forever. Intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking you beyond the trophies and headlines to uncover the real story of Coco Gauff. Millions of fans know her as a Grand Slam champion, a fearless competitor, and one of the brightest stars in world tennis. But very few people know what happened long before the spotlight found her. Because every champion has a beginning, every victory has a price, and every dream demands sacrifice. This is the story of how one ordinary family made extraordinary choices and helped create one of the greatest young athletes of this generation. Let's begin. A dream begins in Atlanta, before the roaring crowds, before center court at Wimbledon, before Grand Slam finals. There was simply a little girl with a tennis racket. Coco Gauff was born in Atlanta, Georgia, before her family eventually settled in Delray Beach, Florida. She grew up in a home where sports weren't just entertainment. They were part of everyday life. Her father, Coco Gauff, had played college basketball and understood the discipline needed to compete at a high level. Her mother, Candy Gauff, had been a track and field athlete, teaching the importance of speed, preparation, and consistency. Neither of them could have predicted exactly how far their daughter would go. But they noticed something different almost immediately. Even as a young child, Coco wasn't satisfied with simply playing. She wanted to improve. She wanted to compete. And she wanted to win. Unlike many children her age, she welcomed challenges instead of avoiding them. Every practice became an opportunity. Every mistake became a lesson. Every loss became motivation. Those small habits would eventually become the foundation of a champion. The Serena Williams effect. Every young athlete has someone who inspires them. For Coco Gauff, that inspiration came from one unforgettable moment. Watching Serena Williams dominate the tennis world changed everything. Serena wasn't just winning championships. She was changing history. She proved that greatness wasn't limited by age, background, or expectations. For young Coco, seeing Serena lift Grand Slam trophies made one thing clear. If Serena could do it, maybe she could too. That dream suddenly became real. Instead of imagining success, she began working toward it. From that day forward, tennis became much more than a hobby. It became her mission. Her family understood that dreams alone wouldn't be enough. A family that risked everything. Most people only see the champion. They don't see the people standing behind the champion. Coco's success is also the story of her parents. Her father stepped away from his career to become her full-time coach. It wasn't an easy decision. It meant financial uncertainty. It meant giving up stability. It meant placing complete faith in a dream that had no guarantees. Meanwhile, her mother continued working to help support the family while also managing Coco's education and daily life. Together, they built a routine centered entirely around one goal: helping their daughter become the best player she could possibly be. Their days weren't glamorous. There were early mornings, long practice sessions under the Florida sun, countless hours traveling to junior tournaments, and endless sacrifices that rarely appeared in newspaper headlines. Many families dream of raising a champion. Very few are willing to pay the price. The Gauff family did, and they never stopped believing. The training nobody saw. Champions aren't made under stadium lights. They're made when nobody is watching. While other children spent weekends relaxing, Coco was training. Again, and again, and again. Every practice focused on improving one small detail. Her movement became faster. Her backhand became more powerful. Her serve became more reliable. The tennis world starts paying attention. As the years passed, tournament after tournament produced the same result. Coco kept winning. Her performances became impossible to ignore. Coaches praised her speed. Former professionals admired her composure. Analysts began predicting that American tennis had discovered its next superstar. Still, fame hadn't arrived yet. There were no massive sponsorships, no worldwide interviews, no television cameras following her every move. Only hard work. Only improvement. Only belief. And perhaps that was exactly what made her so dangerous. Because while the world wasn't paying attention, Coco was quietly becoming stronger every single day. The biggest moment of her young career was approaching. A moment that would introduce her name to millions of people around the globe. A moment that would change her life forever. But no amount of training could prepare Coco Gauff for what happened next. At just 15 years old, she walked onto the most famous court in tennis, faced one of the greatest legends the sport had ever seen, and shocked the entire world. That incredible Wimbledon story, and the moment Coco Gauff became an international superstar, is coming up in part 2. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the biggest stories from the world of tennis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Tennis.